We in this thing? Yes, we are. It's the melanin on. Yes, it is. And our edges attached to our scalps. Yes, it is. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss P. I hope that you are doing fabulous, darling. I'm doing pretty all right. Make sure to go ahead and thumbs up this video. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to follow me on all my social media handles. It's at Miss TP90 for all of. Last week, I told y'all make sure to include your Instagram handles because I'm going to be following some of you. And yes, I am doing that. And, you know, keep it going down below. You can post your Twitter, your podcast, your blog. I don't know. You got a website. Post it down below. Let me know what you're doing because I love keeping up with you guys. You all keep up with me and support me and all that I do. So I want to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and get it in with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, honey. I feel like we're on episode number 57. Like, they are dragging this thing out, okay? I was keeping up with the Kardashians. You know, that's my guilty pleasure. And I feel like what they be talking about is like, are you serious? Oh, my God, Kim. I went, and she's like, yeah, what happened? What happened, girl? I went to go get my salad, right? And they're like, yeah. And she's like, and I told Ye that I wanted the kale salad, but they gave me spinach. And they're like, no, Kim. Yeah. I just... It's like, it makes you think like, damn, to be that rich, like that's what y'all be talking about. Let's just go on and get into this episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. We are finally back in ATL. Child, I didn't even go with them to Hawaii, but I was ready for them to get their asses home. I'm about to say for me to get home. I wasn't with them, but I was ready for them to come home. Cynthia is ready for this cargo ATL fashion show. She's making sure she has her models, the location. Noelle knows everything. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a typical teenager. She knows it all, honey. And she even told Cynthia, you need to dial that down because if you were my regular manager, agent, whatnot, you would not be doing this. So girl, get your life together. I'm like, who is the mom? Cairo ends up coming in with his momager, Sheree. They end up telling him, go ahead and walk. You know, just do a little run through like you know you on the campus or whatever. Just go ahead and do it. Child, he is walking like a freaking robot. He like, oh man, let me do that again. I'm like, boo! Get off the stage! He's never walked in his life. And granted, he's a newbie. So Sheree, why the hell you asking about compensation? You better be glad they gonna give his ass one of them high-ass price bags. No, ma'am. Then Sheree got the nerve to be talking about what type of press is going to be there. I think we need to be like more than Atlanta. Are these your bags, ma'am? No, it's not. Just be happy his little ass is going to be walking. No. Porsha calls Phaedra. I'm thinking they just gonna talk to Kiki. No, Porsha was really serious about this baby nup. Not a prenuptial agreement. Well, similar to a prenuptial agreement, but with a baby. So I'm guessing she pulled the one that she had with Cordell out and changed everything around. And then she gonna send it to Phaedra to see what Phaedra think. Phaedra was sitting there like, skirt. Ma'am, absolutely not. Do you see the stress I go through with these kids? And my baby father is in jail. Okay, like no, you need a baby like you need another ass. Like you don't need one. Granted, I don't know what people need. Maybe a baby will help Porsha. I don't know, but I just feel like a baby now, girl. No, how you? Speaking of people who wants babies. We're at Kenya's house. Kenya's cousin comes over to see her. They talk about Phaedra and what happened, and I'm sitting there like, no, it's never gonna work. Like, just leave it alone. Y'all can be civil. I don't see it for y'all. Let's talk about something else that doesn't need to be resolved. Matt. Even her cousin was looking at her like, bitch, don't do it. Why? Huh? No. She talking about she wants to be friends with him even if they can't make it last forever, keep sweating. No, ma'am. You're not gonna do it. She talking about the... She talking about the dog King. His birthday's coming up, and she want to invite him because he the baby puppy daddy. And I'm sitting here, even the cousin was like, what the hell? No, don't invite him to the party. No, we haven't seen Mama Joyce and the old lady gang in a minute. I'm guessing it's a Sunday afternoon, and Kandi is going over to see her aunt and her mama now, and we just gonna see how it flows. Todd isn't there yet because he's been working on the old lady gang restaurant for a minute. I think it's great that the old lady gang restaurant is open. Kandi gonna put something together, and it's gonna come out. Regardless, it could be dildos, it could be a mother's love, it could be her singing career, it could be Riley's career. It don't matter. It's gonna come out whether it's good or bad. She at least put it out there. Yes, when it was time to eat, the paper plate gang, I fucks with them. I'm telling y'all, I would love to go to a Candy Cane production cookout, okay? You're not gonna mess up their good plates and knives and shit. You're gonna get you a paper plate. I rocks with the paper plates. I don't like washing dishes. Paper plates in this house. I know for the environment it's not that good, but you win some, you lose some. Of course, they talk about the obvious old lady gang restaurant, Phaedra. Speaking of Phaedra goes over to see Cynthia's new lake home. And you know what? The last time she went to go see Cynthia was 6 years ago when Cynthia had the spiked little cut. And Phaedra's makeup was a mess. Yes, that's the last time. I said, ain't no way. Y'all in the same city. What the? They talk about what? My divorce. Cynthia's like, well, child, is the divorce final? I mean, because Porsha said it was, but you ain't tell us. And Phaedra was like, Porsha been saying a lot lately. I said, You finally, yeah. Phaedra said, well, I feel like I can tell Cynthia because she's going through the same thing. Yes. The divorce is final, and you know, I just felt like with the party, it was just out of pocket, and I was offended, child. I was offended. Cynthia said, I don't feel it was done with malicious intent. And personally, I mean, I wasn't there, but I don't feel like it was malicious either. She had it with both Phaedra and Cynthia in mind. Like, it wasn't about that. They weren't doing kumbaya, we gonna burn his drawers. They weren't doing that. It was freaking pin the tail on the penis. I agree with Cynthia. Lately, I've been doing like this with Cynthia. Yes, you can be offended all you want, but you went back to yesteryear on Kenya, and you said that was resolved. Apparently, it's not resolved. Not a problem. Tide goes to see Porsha. Porsha's Tide, not Kandi's Tide. He ain't seen her in a minute since they were in Hawaii. He rubbing up on her, filling up on her booty, and she like, yeah, I'ma see if you want this ass after I tell you about this baby nut. She pull out the baby nut. He like, what the hell is this? I mean, he reads through all of the chat. He like, hell no. Tide not smiling now. She had an Instagram clause in there. Take that baby anywhere I want. International flights, bitch. If I want to take that baby to Paris, I can if I want to, bitch. Okay? I can do all of that. He was like, hell no, what's in it for me? He ended up telling her, look now, I ain't signing that. I love you. I like you. Whatever the hell you want me to say. But as far as a baby, if we have it, great. But I ain't signing this. This isn't even legal. Like, what the hell are you doing? He put his jacket on and he like, well, you know where to find me at. Love you, boo. Bye. She's sitting there. She closed the door. Porsha, you can't do a baby nut. Like, it's just not gonna work. This dude already has children. You can't give him a baby nut. You can't do that. Ma'am, It's time for the Cargo little fashion show. It's cute. I like the little venue. I thought that was nice. Very grungy. Very edgy. I like what she was doing. That's cute. You thinking outside the box. I see what you're doing, Miss Bailey. I see you. You've been through enough to know how to put on a fashion show. If this thing didn't come together, I'd have been like, Miss Bailey, ma'am. Cairo ass is late. His momager wants him to get a check, and his ass can't even be on time? No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Everyone is getting there. There's no air in there. I'm guessing it's like a open type of situation, but it's underground. So, of course, they don't have no central air. I don't know if she put on the invites or the evites, wear comfortable clothing. It's kind of like an Amazon situation. Everybody is sweating. Bob is there sweating bullets. Like, I mean, I've never seen a piece of sweat that big. You know, I can't stand Bob's ass, but his piece of sweat was this big. One piece. Candy's there. Lil Riley's there. Todd. Everybody's there. This was random. Latavia, it said original member of Destiny's Children was there. Altogether, the show was cute. I thought it was nice. Even Cynthia was like, thank y'all for coming. God bless. Get the hell out of here. Peace. Phaedra ends up helping the dude, Johnny, who was working with Candy Cane. So she hooks him up with one of her attorney friends who can better suit him for what he trying to get. And sidebar, she's there throughout the whole thing. She got her pen and pad. I'm sitting here like, what are you doing here, ma'am? All you need to do is give him the business card or shoot a text and say you can meet him at this location. Bid you adieu, God bless you, if you didn't want to be messy. Johnny ends up telling the attorney everything that happened. He basically said, I told her about the restaurant. 8-9 months later, she got a restaurant. I told her about a mother's love. 8-9 months later, she got a mother's love. I'm sitting there like, well, I wouldn't have told her ass no more ideas. Oral contracts. When you're telling somebody, verbal contract, whatever, they're not valid. Maybe you should become a consultant. I think that's horrible when people take people's ideas, but we don't know. We don't know, and people do it every day. The attorney ended up saying that he may have a case. We will see. Being that he had a proposal and different things like that, we'll see. I don't know. It gets real sticky when you end up doing lawsuits and things like that. But Johnny was like, I'm prepared for a lawsuit. I said, oh shoot, okay, you ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Phaedra called the candy factory a plantation. I died. I was done. Speaking of things that are messy, it's time for little King, the dog's birthday party. King is dog. And she goes to this place, I guess it does doggy birthday parties. And child, Atlanta got everything. Like, parties for everything. Here comes Matt, the puppy baby forever. He comes through. He's like, oh, that's my little man. And I'm sitting here like, like, it's really like he hasn't seen the kids. And she lets him see the kids for the birthday. And he brings presents. And he's just so happy to see her. But anyway, sitting there like, I miss them like I miss you. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I know. And I heard that you talked to Cynthia. He was like, yeah, but I ain't like how it goes. Because every time I talk to people about you, it's about what I'm doing wrong. But I want to talk about what you do wrong. She was like, no, wait, we're not doing this. She walks out of the building. The camera crew was looking like, oh shit, let's follow. I was like, ooh, this wasn't a part of the script. Matt's walking back and forth. He's like, I want to talk about what you do. She's like, I didn't come to do this today. I didn't want to do this today. Look at you. Look what you're doing. Every single time he sits there and sulks like a little boy. He said, I was like, okay, yeah, you a grown-ass little man. Like, I'm so confused. I feel as though every time we've seen them this season, they either fighting, a wall's getting punched, she ain't got no windows, the tire is gone, he's running off somewhere. That's not healthy. He was like, just go. You clearly don't think about me. Just go. I was like, what the hell are we watching? I feel like I'm watching a Lifetime movie. Who took the dog? Who gets the dog? These are titles, different ones. Just go! Like, that's another title. When he walked out, part 5. They go back and forth, and he talking about, okay, so I feel as though, I mean, I'm going to be in jail, and you going to be alone and miserable, so we'll just be even. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? She was like, really, Matt? Do you think I was single and miserable before you? Like, do you I was like, okay, see, okay, now, I'm not condoning Matt's behavior, but ma'am, if you saying this when he's like this, or we haven't even seen y'all away from the camera, so I can only imagine how it gets when y'all not on camera. She was like, look, Matt, let's not do that. You called me. Remember? You called me. He was like, we didn't just have sex in my truck because you wanted to do that? I was like, like I had a cold moment from Martin. I wasn't prepared. I was like, oh Lord. I was like, Kenya, what you got? What you got? What's next? She was just as mute. I thought my TV stopped. But she had nothing else. Matt, let's not do this. I was like, no, you better call. You called Tyrone. You called him. And you told him to get his ass over here. You wanted the Sloan. You wanted it. Matt was crying and the veins in his head was popping out. I was a little nervous. He was sweating like Bob. Man, just, go home, Roger. Or maybe get another home because he knows where you live. Just do something else. That whole situation is not healthy at all. I do not see it for them. I really hope they don't make it. I'm all for love. I think love is wonderful. But child, that is a headache. I cannot. I felt like this was a filler episode. It didn't get good to the end, in my opinion. Down below in the comment section, I would love to know, what did you think about this episode? Let's talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless.